from May 30th, Thursday. All right. And basically, we were looking at gold just breaking below an old daily swing high, right? A previous daily swing high. And this was an area that had a lot of liquidity underneath it because this low was previously taken out, all right? And I will show you that here. So this low took out this previous swing low. This swing low is really important because it offered fair value in the past to sellers, right? By going inside of this imbalance. So when I seen the reaction here, it was a pretty mediocre reaction actually, because price pulled back into this daily imbalance and didn't really show a ton of strength. Like I was expecting price to go back into this higher imbalance, but I believe this is just going to be saved for later. Instead, we came into this daily imbalance with 1, 2, 3 candles, the third candle creating a swing high, and then price started to drop back towards this low. All right, I did not know if price was going to go through this low and then go lower, or go through this low, right, this low, and then shoot higher. It didn't matter to me. My idea for this trade was just to get a reaction, right? I just wanted to see the liquidity that was sitting under here get activated enough for me to catch a quick retracement trade. That's all I wanted. And you can see the reaction on this candle. That's exactly what I got. So we'll dive in and see how I took advantage of this external liquidity being swept, right? So on the 4-hour, take a closer look at this low. All right. So here's price coming back down towards that low. What I'm looking at right now, post trade, is how price took out this buy side liquidity here on the 4-hour. Right? We shifted structure to the downside, breaking this right here, giving us this market structure shift. And I'll add a little bit more annotation here. But look at this. Came up, took liquidity, shifted structure, but we did not reprice into this imbalance. That is really important to notice, because after we shifted structure, instead of coming back into a short-term premium, price just rolled over and went right after that low. After taking out this liquidity below this daily low, that 4-hour gap was a perfect target, which I did not trade to. I actually got out much sooner, and I'll show you, because we came right back up into it right there. But I'll show you where I actually got out. All right, so that's the 4-hour going into that level, dropping down to the 1-hour. All right, just move this over. Okay, so I'm watching price action as it goes into this low. All right, and I started dropping down to the 15 looking for targets. Okay, my target for the trade was this 15-minute imbalance right here. This was what I wanted to trade up to. It's crazy, right? Like, I left so much on the table, but this was all I wanted to get to during this trade. So down here is where I started looking for a shift in structure. Okay, so dropping down to the 1 minute, I am watching order flow. Okay, what I noticed is when we got below this low, price kind of consolidated. We got a gap going back above that level after breaking structure here to the upside on the 1 minute. And I'll also zoom in on this so you can see right here. Price retraces back into that imbalance. My entry came in at, I believe, 210. So after I saw this, I decided to wait for one more gap just to kind of confirm the move. Price started to march up. So after this retracement, started going higher, got this doji, and then right here, we got a gap. I'll show you that. On this gap right here, this is where I took my entry. Stop went below this low where we previously offered fair value. Okay. And I wanted to target that 15-minute, right? Right here. Remember, that was the 15-minute level I was looking at. But on the 5-minute, this gap started to make me really nervous. This gap right here. And I wasn't sure if we were going to get all the way through it. So let me just hit play and I'll show you. Once we tapped into this gap right there, I actually closed my trade. I closed the trade because I did not feel comfortable holding through this. And, you know, soon after, really shortly after that, price hits that and then goes on to hit that 4-hour gap, which I could have taken advantage of as well, right here. Okay, right there. Literally within the next 4 hours, takes out that trade. So going back to the 15-minute, you can see my trade was here, and I left. Ooh, how much did I leave? I mean, yeah, that was, I believe I risked 1% here. So this was a good 10 grand that I left on the table. Oh my God. Oh, but it is what it is, right? As I've been told by a previous mentor, that leaving money on the table is a good problem to have. So that's my trade review on gold from Thursday, May 30th.